Nico, it was an exciting game over the 4 days, a low-scoring game, but nonetheless exciting for spectators and players as well. What are your thoughts on the performance?
Yeah, obviously a bit disappointed with the result. We came into this game full of confidence, in a good place after a fantastic performance down at Lord's. And if I was honest, I thought we'd come away roles reversed and we'd have a win this game. We know we're a good side. We slightly underperformed with the bat this game. Well, not slightly, but we underperformed quite a lot with the bat. Our bowling was outstanding. Mohamed Abbas got us off again. Great starts with him and Chris Wright up front. They've been high class all year, and the boys backed him up really well. Will Davies was outstanding, and he's come back in from the second team on a featherbed at Kibworth and bowled beautifully, held the scoreboard, asked good questions, brought the batsmen forward. And Dieter Klein's come in as well from the second team, full of confidence, plenty of wickets in the game, and he's bowled real venom, aggressive, swing it both ways, and again held the scoreboard. So we're in a good place there. Unfortunately, we just couldn't build some partnerships consistently. We kept getting out, and Derby put the ball in good areas, and we nicked off and played around the odd one or two, and we've had a bit of a disappointing loss.
With 2 wickets to go in Derbyshire's second innings, we're looking pretty comfortable. Let's show with Derbyshire at 159 for 8, but then Derbyshire went on to take 55 runs from the last 2 wickets. Just a bit too much in the end, unfortunately.
Yeah, it hurt us a lot. We sort of sometimes, something we talked about in the dressing room. It sort of felt that we'd fought so hard to get back in the game that night, and 8 down. We turn up the next morning. We just think it's going to happen, and actually, this game, it can kick your backside at times, and it did there a little bit with us. We just expected it. We thought that Abbas or Chris Wright would just knock the next one over, job done. But they showed a bit of guts and determination and had positive intent. When the ball was up there, they drove it. If it was short and wide, they played positive cricket. And it's a slightly easier game when when the ball's older, and also at the end of the innings there's not much pressure on those guys. So they just played a natural game to a certain extent, and had a bit of luck. There's a few chipped, landed just short of people, and one thing and another, and had a bit of luck. But you make your own luck, and they got 55 vital runs, crucial runs, and that happened again at Lord's as well. So something that we can learn from and move forward. But Hassan Azad, for us on the batting front, played very positively. He was the one that really showed, he bat for 6 hours in the game, 90 odd runs, 220 balls. So it was there. It wasn't a wicket that you weren't in and he couldn't get in on. It was a pitch that you had to respect the ball that was pretty full and in a good area straight. If there's a bit of width, you could hit the ball nicely, and you could pull and you could cut on that wicket. So the groundsmen are a bit disappointed as well with the result and some of the low scores. But I've spoken to Dave Houghton, their coach, and he was the same. He said that he was surprised how many wickets fell on that particular surface.
You mentioned Azad there. Obviously, he, as you say, he was at the crease for over 6 hours, and he outlasted pretty much every other member of the squad. We just didn't have enough to make those crucial partnerships. Just lacked that bit of support, unfortunately, just on this game.
Yeah, you want to try and our captain Paul Horton talks about grabbing a mate and getting together, and it's something that the management group have just been chatting about. Maybe we'll look at smaller partnerships out in the middle, smaller targets together that guys work on together, and some of our chats on Sunday will be down that line. We have to address issues and look at solutions, and that's something that we look at. We have certain team goals and targets that we try and get with partnerships, but we're chatting as a group to try and go a little bit more in depth and see where we can just lift. And listen, it's not the end of the world, because it was only a game ago at Middlesex. We could have had a record winning last partnership victory. So we've played well in patches. We've just got to get over the line in games like this, and it's as long as we keep learning, we'll keep growing, and that's the important thing.
And just a bit more on the bowlers. Dieter Klein came in and he actually claimed his 200th first class wicket. So how good an achievement is that for him, and also to build that confidence taken through the rest of the season?
Brilliant. And Dieter, we haven't even seen the best of Dieter yet. He's been a guy who's gone backwards and forwards from South Africa to England. Didn't play much cricket in South Africa. We play a lot more here in England. He is now in a really good space this winter, working with Matt Mason, our bowling coach. They've had some real soul-searching times and really got good routines in place now that he's keeping it very simple for him, and we've seen the fruits of that hard work. He's in a great space. 200 first-class wickets is a fantastic achievement for now, and he's to the next 200 because he's going to be in a good place now moving forward. He knows where he is, and he's now he's got the ability now to be a senior pro moving forward. So delighted for Dietz, and he's working hard in his batting as well. He wants to be an all-rounder of repute. So he's in a good place.
And there's a few days now break, obviously from today up until the next fixture away at Liverpool against Lancashire. What's the plan for the next few days?
Yeah, guys will rest tomorrow. I think there's a yoga session tomorrow, planned Pilates session tomorrow for a few of the guys, and then we'll come in and we'll do a little bit over the weekend. Really important that we sort of get our momentum back. Nice to go to Liverpool, to an out ground. I know that Lancashire don't play there very often, so that's good for us in a way. Generally a pretty good pitch. It goes through with a new ball. There's a bit of bounce and carry, it swings there. Often it can be a little bit greeny as it being an out ground, so if there's any moisture in that pitch, it'll be a great wicket to bowl first on. And then generally it's a good pitch, second, third day are good for batting, and then the fourth day it can generally turn, so something for everybody. So we'll have to look at our squad and pick the right guys for the right surface against the right team.